Hi, this is Miss Moore, and today I'm going to talk to you about financial literacy. Two things I'm going to talk to you about first are sales tax and tip. And it says to find the Hi, this is Mrs. Moore.
And this is Miss Smith.
And we're going to talk to you today about financial literacy. Our first problem deals with finding sales tax and the total cost. So it says the total cost is the cost of the item plus the sales tax.
Okay, and the exercise equipment cost $140. The sales tax is 7.5%, so we want to find the total cost.
Okay, so let's talk one more time about how do you find the total cost. It's the cost of the item plus the sales tax. So we're going to use a proportion, sales tax over the item cost. Both of our ratios need to be written in that form. So since our sales tax as a percent was 7.5% out of 100%, that's going to be equal to our money tax, what our tax is in money, over the item cost of $140. So what are we going to do first, Miss Smith?
Okay, let's take the 7.5 and find the cross product with 7.5 and 140.
Okay.
Okay, so the cross product of 7.5 and 140 is 1,050.
And that's equal to 100 times x, right?
Mm-hmm. But we want to get x all by itself. We want to isolate our variable. So what do we need to do to make 100 go to the other side of the equation?
Well, since we're multiplying 100 times the variable x, to undo multiplication, we're going to use the inverse operation, which is division. So we're going to divide both sides by 100. And so 100 divided by 100 is just 1 over 1, right? Mm-hmm. Or 1. So we're left with x by itself. And what is 1,050 divided by 100?
Well, I know when I divide by 100, I can move my decimal 2 places to the left.
So 1, 2, okay. So that gives us 10 and 50 100ths. And so what does that 10 and 50 100ths represent?
That's the amount of sales tax in money. So we should go ahead and add a dollar sign to that $10.50.
Okay. And so if that is the sales tax in money, the question says that we need to solve for the total cost. How are we going to do that?
We're going to have to add the $10.50 of sales tax to the amount of the exercise equipment, the amount the exercise equipment costs.
Okay.
So $140.
I'm going to write that at the top because I'm running out of space here.
Plus the $10.50.
So that would be $150, dollars and 50 cents, right?
That's right.
And that would be our total cost for the exercise equipment plus the tax. All right.
Okay, on this next problem, we're going to be working on finding a tip. So the total price is the cost of the service plus the tip.
Okay, so we have a restaurant bill. We've gone out to eat, and our total bill is $45. But the customer wants to leave a 15% tip, and we need to find the total cost. So we have our proportion set up to be the tip, which is the part, and the bill, which is the whole. So we have 15% out of 100% equal the tip, which is our variable, out of the whole bill, which is 45.
Okay, and just like on the other one, we need to find our cross product of 45 and 15. So we're going to go ahead and multiply those. you will get 675.
675, oh my goodness, is equal to 100 times the variable x.
And again, we have to get x all by itself. We're going to have to isolate it. And since the 100 is multiplying the x, we're going to have to divide by 100 on both sides so that 100 cancels out and becomes 1.
And so x is equal to 675 divided by 100. And Ms. Smith said earlier that all we have to do to divide by 100 is move our decimal over 2 places in 675. So that gives us 6 and 75 hundredths. And again, this is a tip, which is money. So we are going to put a dollar sign.
But we're not finished. We're looking for the total cost, not just the tip. So we're going to have to add the tip in money to the cost of the restaurant bill, which was $45.
So 45 plus 6 and 75 hundredths. Remember, we have to line up our decimals. And so we have $51.75, and that is our total cost for the bill and the tip. Okay, let's talk about markup. Markup is what stores do so that they can make money. They buy the item from another company and then they mark it up so that they can sell it to their customers. So it says determine the selling price and amount of increase of a $62.25 karaoke machine with a 60.5% markup. So I have put in here what you need to have so that you can solve the proportion, so you can set it up correctly and solve it. So I wrote markup plus the store cost, meaning what did the store pay for their item, plus what did they mark it up, gives you all over the original store cost. Okay? So since the store cost is 100%, their cost was 100% of what they paid, right? Plus the markup, it says our markup was 60.5%. So we have a total of 160.5%. 100% for the store cost, 60.5% for the markup, all over the store cost, which they paid 100%, is equal to the markup plus the store cost. We don't know yet, so that's our x value. And then the store cost was $62.25 for the karaoke machine. So they paid this much, And we want to know how much they're going to sell that to us for. So, we have a proportion. So again, we're going to use cross products because I don't see an easy scale factor here to use. So we're going to multiply 160.5 times 62.25, and let me show you what I have on my calculator. I have 9,990, oops, come on, 91 and 125 thousandths over, remember I'm dividing by 100, and that's going to give me my X value, which represents my markup plus my store cost. So remember, when I divide by 100, I'm just going to move that decimal over 2 places. So that means that we're talking about money, right? We're buying things from a store that has marked that price up. So if I move the decimal over 2 places, this really represents $99 and about 91 cents. That's equal to our X value. And our X value represents the markup plus the store cost. So that means that if you bought this item, the selling price would be $99.91. So it says determine the selling price and the amount of increase of a $62.25 karaoke machine with a 60.5% markup. So the selling price is $99.91. If I wanted to know what the amount of increase was, I would find $99.91 minus the original amount of $62.25 and find out what that was equal to. And that gives me $37.66. So this is your increase. And this is your selling price. So the store is selling to you the karaoke machine at a price of $99.91. And they are making, the store is making $37.66 because that's how much they increased the $62.25 karaoke machine. All right, let's see what we're on to next. Okay, now we are going to talk about markup. So it says determine the selling price and the amount of increase of a $62.25 karaoke machine with a 60.5% markup. So we have a proportion that says we're going to solve for the markup, or for the selling price, by doing the markup plus the store cost, and that's all going to be over the original store cost, meaning what did the store pay for the item. So we have our proportion. I have the markup, which is 60.5% plus 100%, which is what the store paid for their item, all over the store cost of 100%. That's going to be equal to our X value, which represents our money side of markup plus store cost, over what the store paid for the item. So this is just a proportion. So how do we solve a proportion?
We're going to find the cross product of 160.5 times 62.25, and that'll be equal to it'll be equal to 9,991 and 125 thousandths.
And that equals our cross products of 100 times x. So again, we're going to divide both sides by 100 to isolate the variable x. So 100 divided by 100 cancels out because it's equal to 1, and we're left with the variable x. And 9,991 and 125 thousandths. If I move the decimal over 2 places to the left, that gives us, remember this is money, so that gives us $99.91. So everything else is just going to drop off. So that does not look very pretty, but it's $99.91. So if I go back to the words that I used to set this proportion up, it says that that gives me the markup plus the store cost. So the markup plus the store cost is equal to the selling price. So I have my answer for the selling price. So do you know how I'm going to find my markup if I have my selling price?
Well, I think you'd take your selling price and subtract the store cost from it, and that will give you the markup.
Okay, cool. So we have $99.91 minus
the amount the store paid,
which is $62.25. And what does that give us?
$37.66.
So this amount is our markup. That's what the store is actually making when you purchase the item.